Hi, it's Monday, my turn to tag you all once again. As per usual, I have 5 questions for you this week. But before I do, I would like to say here and now, next Monday I will not be doing a tag. The simple reasons is that on Saturday of this week, our very first carnival at Bridgewater, November the 1st. Then on the Sunday I have a 12-hour fundraising shift on a market for road closures. Then on the Monday we are doing our second carnival circuit at Burnham on Sea. So next week I will not be doing a tag. Out of those 2 circuits, I will get my daughter to take a photograph of the cart, and I will tell you on here where I am on the cart. There were a few eyebrows raised for some people who was on the cart where they were standing on the platforms, but really where I am, I like the place where I am this year. Yeah. So, without further ado, get on with the tag. Yeah. Moving on to number 1. Do you enjoy Halloween? I used to many years ago. I used to enjoy Halloween, but since I've been in the carnival club, I'm never at home. I'm always down the shed doing the finishing touches of the cart, getting ready for the first carnival. So these last few years since I've been in the club, not really, I haven't. No. Moving on. Have you ever thought you were being followed by something or someone? There's been quite a few times when I'm walking around at night times that I feel that I'm being followed. My hairs on the back of my neck stands on my neck. I have a sense that as I'm walking, I gotta stop, I gotta look behind me, because I get the feeling. So yes, I have sometimes felt that I've been followed. Yeah. Moving on to number 3. Could you tell a scary story around a campfire? I feel that I could make a very scary story. It would take me some time to think of one, but I think I could just sit down around the campfire with others and tell a good scary story. Yeah, why not? Moving on to number 4. I like this one, and I would like to know what you're going to come up with. Would you bob for apples out of a toilet to win money? Well, for a start, it all depends how much money to bob for an apple in a toilet, and also how bad the toilet actually looks before I stick my head in to get an apple. But I've done some silly things in the past. For money, I think I would. Yeah, I think for money, depends on how much, but I feel that I could do it. Yeah. Moving on to number 5 and last. Have Halloween traditions faded over the years? Why or why not? I am going to go with yes on this one. The simple reasons is over the years, people. Now, 10, 15, 20 years ago, you used to have a lot of children going around knocking on doors for trick-or-treating for sweets. But there's been a few people who has actually spoiled it. They do not like getting knocked on the door when it's dark, so they don't answer. They don't answer, it's fine, but then they start moaning and getting on to maybe the police or something, that they're frightened because somebody's just knocked on the door, which is understandable as well. So now it's come up with, you've got to have a pumpkin outside or some sort of Halloween outside your house to indicate that children can knock on the door and there are sweets inside. I used to do it when my mum was here. I used to do it, put decorations out or a pumpkin or whatever outside, so yeah, we've got sweets coming in, knock on the door. But I feel some people has actually spoiled it. Yeah. Anyway, for the ones that I'm tagging for this week, if you don't already know, as follows: The World of Danny J, Bernie DC, he's our hat man, Dave Nicholson, Axmoose, the legend, our king, our very own Dork, Leantic and Stevie. As per usual, you don't need to do this tag if you don't want to. Anybody else would, then please feel free to do so. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a good Halloween.